I have pasted the live link in the chat so you can see it if you want. Okay, we also have a guest. Hello, Monica. Can you hear me?
Yes, I listen to you.
Yeah, can you please rename yourself as guest Monica?
Yes, of course.
Yes, great. Okay, we'll start within a minute at sharp 10 a.m. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. My name is Poorva and I'll be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 197th meeting of Sinhgad Toastmasters Club. Before I start the meeting, I would like to mention few ground rules which we follow in a Toastmasters meeting. Please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Please try to keep your videos on for making the meeting more lively and interactive. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as open, and I'll hand over the stage again to myself, the presiding officer of the meeting. Thank you. Yes. So welcome, guys, once again. So I'll directly jump on the theme, which is from self-hate to self-acceptance. Actually, I have been thinking about this since really long, and I see that the youth around me and everybody is really badly into this self-loop, vicious self-loop of self-hate, continuous self-hate and comparison. And to break that loop, we need to talk about it. We need people to discuss about it, and that's the reason why I chose this topic today. And I'll continue with my theme date ahead as well. And let me quickly take some guest introduction. So we have guest Monica. Hello, Monica. Can you please unmute yourself and just tell us how you came to know about the meeting and a quick introduction about yourself?
I got an invitation from Valdir, And I am from Mexico City. I am a lawyer here, and well, I like to find this kind of meetings because I want to improve my English first of all, and my communication skills. Because sometimes when you start talking in front of people that you don't know, you started to know that you really don't know how to speak, or you don't know how to say, or how to communicate, or so that is why I want to join this kind of meetings, to be more fluent and to talk better, and of course to meet new people.
Yes, that seems a really good idea, Monica. I appreciate your courage. Even I wanted to do this since long, to join meetings from other countries, because that gives you a wide exposure, and that is the need of this world today. That you should be able to talk to any kind of person that you meet. So, welcome to the meeting. I hope that you enjoy it as we move further. So,
Thank
I
you.
guess yes, thank you. Yes, so I guess we don't have any other guests, so I'll quickly jump towards my TMoD theme of the day, which is hate to self acceptance. Now, how many of you just have experienced this? Raise your hand, or you can do it through your reaction buttons. How many of you have these thoughts? Like, I knew that I would fail. Why do you even have to try? You are a loser. No one wants to be around you. Look at yourself. You're screwing it up again. Can't you just be normal? How many of you have experience saying this to yourself? Raise your hand. Yeah, every one of us. I mean, the extent of self loathing that we have been doing. It is extreme criticism of oneself, and because of the social media, we have been doing it even more. And it is driving people to commit suicide and just do a lot of negative things in, I mean, in the society. Now, why does this self hate come into picture? Any reasons? What do you think? Why this self hate happens? Anybody, just unmute yourself and tell me.
Basically, I think the mostly that we don't appreciate on others, rather than we think about our success, we are most people what they get jealous about others. So for that, the hatred within ourselves can happen. Commonly insecurities. The more insecurities we have, the self-hatred we could get. So that's my insecurity.
Insecurities, very true. Anything else?
Yes, I feel lack of awareness and guidance, and when we compare ourselves with others, that
Comparison.
might be one of the reasons.
Yes. Comparison. True, true. Anything else? Yes, Monica, if you want to add. Okay, okay. Yes. So, yes, comparison and insecurities, these two are one of the biggest reasons of having this negative self image. But what are the even more core reasons of having this insecurity and all of that? It's because, from what I have researched, it is trauma that we have experienced in our childhood. Maybe a very close person, maybe a parent, maybe a friend that we loved has criticized us or has said something very bad about you, that you are not good enough. And that becomes our inner voice. And it continues to be there even in our adulthood. That trauma, emotional trauma that we experience, maybe it's physical or emotional abuse or neglect, and when children experience trauma, they will begin to view the world as unsafe and the people around them as dangerous. And in an effort to make the sense of the world, they will develop a negative narrative around themselves, that they are not worth loving, that they have no value. So, and there are a lot of false expectations that we have ourselves. We attempt to please others, and a lot of things happen. I would like to share a quick personal story about myself. And I was a self-abusive person. I have abused myself to a point that I thought I just did not deserve to live. I I'm not good enough. When I was a kid, since my parents are a bit strict, so I was verbally abused a lot, and that kept me away from making friends because I thought that I'm not good enough, and I was always isolated. I was deeply introverted. And today, after 21 years, I'm overcoming it. It took me 21 years to reach this point that I understood that it was not that I'm bad. It's the other person's perception which is not right. And because of that, I lost many opportunities, a lot. And because I was hating myself, it was very evident on my face. People could automatically realize, or oh yeah, she hates, and so we can even torture her more, and she will listen to it because she hates. That is a vicious cycle. And to get out of it, first you need to realize that the story that you have been telling to yourself, it comes from outside. It is not your me. I mean, it is, you are not like that. And people take years. It does not happen overnight. So we need to start somewhere. So I'll come to that how we can start doing that. First, let's move ahead with the agenda. So today we are having a very we are having few roles. That's just TMoD and timer. I'll play the timer once again, and we'll have the speech section directly. And so let me explain my role as a timer. So I'll be timing the prepared speeches and table topics. And the way I would be showing my cards would be in my background. So green will be shown once you reach the minimum time allotted for your role. Yellow is for midpoint, and the red is for the maximum time allotted. All right, and 30 seconds of grace period will also be allotted in your speeches. I hope you all can see the background colors.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, can we have Ayub on the virtual stage so that you could tell us about the project details of our first speaker, TM Balveer?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Poorva. And today, Toastmaster Balveer will be doing his level 1 third speech, which is a research speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Therefore, I wish Toastmaster Balveer all the very best to nail the speech. And I'll introduce the speaker along with the title. So Toastmaster Balveer, the title is Social Media, Toastmaster Balveer. Over to you.
Yes, okay. Let me just quickly do an audio video check. Balveer okay. Can you please say hi so that we can hear you properly?
Am I audible and visible also?
Yes, you're audible and visible. Okay, let me just quickly introduce the speaker. That Toastmaster Balveer is a Spanish language expert. He is PMP certified professional and works as a service delivery manager with IBM. And as Toastmaster Ayub has already explained his project details, so let's go ahead. Toastmaster Balveer, social, let me say social media, Toastmaster Balveer. Over to you.
There is no set moment in our life that define us. Every moment is a chance to change our life for better or worse. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are doing great. How many of you are active on social media? Can you raise your hands?
Yes.
I hope all of us, yeah? Social media has a huge impact on our lives. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Over the past 10 years, social media has quickly embedded itself as an integral part of our lives, for better or worse. There is no doubt social media has changed our lives in many positive ways. For example, Accessing information is easy and quick. Finding products, real-time reports, or amusing videos are now part of our life, and there are many great apps which assist us with everyday tasks. However, we must be mindful how we use social media to ensure it is a positive addition to our lives, because it can be positive or negative. Positive is it gives people a voice, the ability to communicate and build a sense of belonging, which can be inspiring. But some people don't use it in a positive or constructive way, as there is a dark side to social media that cannot be ignored, which includes false information, cyberbullying, unfortunately, pretty much everything. I would share one personal experience which I recently had. I had a very unexpected experience. I received a request on Facebook by the name of a known person. I accepted the request and he started writing me on Messenger. After 2 3 days, he asked my number. I gave the number. I thought he's one of my friends, but next day he posted 2 3 adult videos on my Facebook and called me also to pay him 10,000 rupees, else he will keep posting such videos on my WhatsApp and Facebook. And to be honest, I was really shocked. I didn't reply, but I deactivated my Facebook account and I decided not to use any social media platform to connect with strangers. So, friends, be very careful while connecting on social media platforms, as nowadays there are many fraud cases happening in social media world. Cyberbullying is growing problem with 7 in 10 young people. Hence, we must understand its impact on social media, mental health, and especially the mental health of the younger population. The highest evidences of social media use is seen amongst those aged 16 to 24 years. These years are very crucial period for emotional and psychological development. Hence, it enforces the need for a greater understanding of social media's impact. A recent study by the Royal Society of Public Health on social media shows that social media is linked with increased rates of anxiety, depression, and poor sleep, and has been described as more addictive than cigarette and alcohol. Extensive use of social networking sites weakens the bonding of existing close family and friends, and brings increased feeling of depression and loneliness consequently. People experience an anxiety disorder at some point in their lives, and identified rates of anxiety and depression in young people have increased by 70% over the last 25 years. The negative impact on sleep is a major concern. The use of electronic devices too close to sleep has also been proven to disrupt the sleep, and lack of sleep leads to poor mental health and vice versa. It's not all bad. Social media is not bad. Everything is not bad there, but as with most things in life, it it is a matter of balancing the things. How do we balance? If we are aware of the negative impact it can have on our state of mind, and find a happy medium in terms of how much time we spend on it, how much reliance we place on it. So, friends, it is vitally important that we put a safeguard in place, as social media isn't going away soon, nor it should go. We must be ready to nurture the innovation that the future holds and use it to ensure it benefits us rather than damage. Thank you so much. Over to you, TMoD.
Thank you so much, Balveer.
Thanks.
I mean, it's very meaningful topic that you have chosen today, and social media has been doing a lot of. I mean, it has changed our life drastically, and not for good, but for bad. I feel now, and it is. You never know what will happen next to you, and who can just hack into your account and what he or she can do to you. It's very scary. So we need to exercise caution while we use social media. Good topic. Yes. All right. So we are done with the first speech and the only speech of today's meeting. And I'll continue with my TMoD theme. And after that, we will have a TT session. And then we'll continue with the evaluation of IU. Is that okay with you, IU?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yes. All right. So talking about the theme once again, I would say that a lot has been impacted because of the self hatred. Let's see how intense it is. Your relation, as I explained before, your relationship with yourself, it just goes down. I mean, it's a vicious cycle, and there is no positive hope once you are into that self hatred loop. In your workplace, everyone, there is some job expectation and people something expect from you, but if you are into that self hatred, you just feel that you're worthless and incapable of taking any project, and it would be difficult for you to work collaboratively, so it negatively impacts your work performance. And as I explained, social situations, making even basic eye contact with people is difficult. You'll always see people who are into self-hatred, you will always see that they are looking down somewhere else, or maybe here and there, but not directly to your eyes. It's very evident. And even I had this problem, okay, because I hated myself so much, and I thought that whatever I speak is just useless, so I would rush to speak things. Even right now I'm rushing. I'm so much used to of that behavior from my past that I find it very difficult to slow down and to accept that what I am speaking is not worthless, it is useful. So yeah, it's difficult to overcome all of that. And your family relationships also get strained, and it's very hard to make goals. You are in this perfectionist loop, you think you are never good enough, so you set smaller goals, you expect small, and you don't think beyond, so your life indeed becomes smaller. And I mean, you don't live up to your true potential. That is what will happen when you are into self-hatred. You can't make decisions for your life that is good to you. Now, although we are into the self-hatred, how to come out of it, and why should we start accepting ourselves? There are n number of benefits, I would say. I mean, first I would like to start with just the audience. If you have any such experience that you were hating yourself and then somehow something led to you accepting yourself, and what changes you found in yourself after doing that. Anyone has something to share about it?
Okay, let me start. I was a person, as I mentioned earlier, I was a person who helped a lot of people, and I was expecting the same thing from the others as well. So, and during my ACCA lectures, I realized that that we should not expect anything. So that's the point, because there was a good friend, one of my friend, he was so good, but later I realized that he was a double-faced. In front of me, he was very kind to me, but backside, he was kind of betraying me. So therefore, once I found it, and I was so broken at that point, I realized that more than more than loving others, I should love myself first. Therefore, it will give me high priority myself. From that point itself, I started to love myself, and that gave me a great positive mindset. And I, from that point itself, I was able to increase a lot of my skills, and now I am I have improved a lot. But still, I am working on it. But I am sure that we can go. It's okay to help others, but you should not accept the same thing from others. Always do love yourself, and so it will give you a great positive mindset, and as I said, it will give a great set of skills. So only thing, as so since in Indian movies they say, but some movies that only we are coming here alone, and we are going alone. So only ourselves is here today. So just accept ourselves. So that's it. So that's my point.
Very, very true. You just summarized the entire theme and all that I was going to say next, that you have come alone. And I mean, I have read this quote somewhere that once you die and you see, if you have the chance to see from, I mean, you become an atma or soul, and if you see that how people, they don't even cry for you. There are not many people who cry for you, and you see that you have lived all your life for others. So that really hurts. So at least from that, we should see that you are so important and you should be loving yourself first than others. And there is nothing wrong for wanting the best for yourself. It is not selfish, it is taking care of yourself. That's important. Very well said, Ayu. I agree. Anyone else would like to share that what their experiences have been with self-acceptance and self-hatred, if they want to share? Balveer or Umesh? This is a good platform. You can just express yourself.
Yeah. So I also had such, he explained everything, but what I used to do is I used to please everyone, either my friends or family members. I used to care a lot about the people. If I do this, if I don't do this, how will they feel? They will think about me. Like I used to do that. But now I realize that as much as you do for others, their expectation goes up. They don't thank you for whatever you have done for the people. They expect more. So I have realized that instead of making, we cannot make everyone happy. Instead of thinking about others and making the whole world happy, we must do the right things which is right for us and our nearest and dearest people, but rather than making them happy. So this is I have experienced in my life. We cannot make all the world all the people happy, and apart from that we should not also expect anything from the people.
Yes. Really, you cannot make everyone happy. And on top of that, I would say that even if you become God, I have experienced this. I mean, there is a person who is very close to me, and I tried my best to be the perfect daughter or the perfect person I can be. But even if I would become, I realized it later, and now that even if I become God, but still, it is that attitude of the other person. They just can't see anything good in you. So even if you give your best, you will always shortfall of their expectations. It is never enough. And you have to realize that it is the other person's mindset. There is nothing wrong with you. There was nothing wrong with you from the first place. I mean, from the beginning itself. So once you realize it, I mean, once you realize your value, it is a game changer, let me tell you. And it impacts a lot in your, I mean, there is so much beautiful that will happen in your life. And I'll share about it, that what happens once you accept and accept yourself. I'll just talk about it later. Now let's go ahead with the most interesting session of the today's meeting, which is table topics. So we have our table topic master, Toastmaster Umesh. Yes, Umesh, are you there? Hello? Is it there? or he just slept. I guess he's really ill today. He called me. He said, but yet he decided to join the meeting. I'm very happy. Hello, Umesh, are you there?
I think he's there. I can see him.
Yes, no, but is he physically there? Is there on the meeting?
Now that
A moment ago he was there.
Moment ago was there, yes. Okay, just a minute. Let me just pick up some questions. Because if he's not there, then I can be the table topic master. Okay, let's start. I hope
Hi,
guys.
Poorva. Sorry, actually, I got an urgent call, so I was busy on that call only.
Yes, are you ready with your topics, Umesh?
Yeah, I can give talk.
Okay, yes. So let's. So I'll give you the virtual stage, and you can go ahead.
Yeah. Who will be the volunteer first? The table topic will be there will be a green light for 1 minute. Then 1 minute 30 seconds will be a yellow light, and 2 minutes will be a red. Who will be the volunteer first?
Who wants to go first? And there are less members today, so everybody can participate.
Yes.
Okay. Balbir raised his hand.
yeah, I can.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just giving your topic.
Okay.
Other than money, what else have you gained from your current job? Other than money, what is your gain from your current job?
That is really a great topic. Apart from money, what else I gained from my current job? So I started working from 2008, and I spent 8 years, around 8 years with BPOs. But those 8 years were like I didn't learn anything. I could say that I was working for an insurance domain, but with 8 years when I completed 7 years and 7 years, I realized what did I learn from here, what expertise I have, where I can go. So I was not able to face the interviews in any organization. I was not able to think that what is my expertise. I was not aware about that. But fortunately, I learned Spanish language, and that helped me a lot. And I got a job in IBM. With IBM, it's been around 6 years, and today I can see that I have become a bit professional, and whatever I learned with IBM, that I can take forward. And today I can compete with anybody, and I can dare to say that I'm a professional. Apart from the money, I did my PMP from here. With IBM, I learned ITIL, I learned few technology, because I don't have any technical background, but today I manage the technical teams. So apart from the money, I really thank IBM for giving me such wonderful opportunity to learn and improve myself. So I learned a lot with IBM, apart from the money. Thank you so much.
Great. You covered in almost before 2 minutes. Next will be the volunteer.
Yeah, can I go forward?
Yeah, okay. I will just give a topic. At what point during the last 5 years have you felt lost and alone?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
Yeah. At what point during the last 5 years have you felt lost and alone?
At what point I have felt lost on last 5 years? Is that so? Yeah.
At what point have you felt lost and alone?
Alone.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Table Topic Master, for that wonderful question. So among for last 5 years, I would say on my first 4 years, I didn't feel any kind of loss, and in my entire career during that time. But last year, the last year of the fifth, I felt at the point which I felt was lost was that where I said my friend started to betray on me. Because as basically I said, I was a person who helped a lot and did not expect anything. I was expecting the same thing from those people. And this person, because I cared for him, was during the class, everyone was ignoring this person, but I was the only person who was just becoming friends, and we started to have a good bond within there. So we, even during the studies also, he helped me a lot, and I gave him a lot of confidence that he could come to a confident level. But after some point, I found out that he did a great betrayal for me. And once I asked him, why did you do so, he was like, it's my wish, so I care for myself. And so those kind of words he used, and I was totally broke. And that's the point I started to broke myself. And I was so worried. I wasn't able to concentrate on my studies and everything. But after realizing that my parents were so sad that I was upset, therefore I thought that why should I be sad for a person who I know for less than for several years than keeping my parents happy. Therefore, from that point itself, I started to love myself, and I started to impress my parents. And I didn't care. I helped a lot, but I didn't I didn't expect the same thing from other person. So that's what I would say.
Great. Almost you took more than 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So next, who is going to pick a topic? I think it's Monica. Yeah, the topic for you will be what's something new you recently learned about yourself?
Something new I learned recently about myself. I don't know. I think that we are still on this pandemic, and I started to make a home office. So what I learned about myself during all this COVID situation is that I learned to cook. Usually I am not a cooker, but since I have time, I learned to cook. I started to paint ceramic figures, just paintings, and I started to make crochet these scarves of crochet. So well, I just learned that when I have time and when I am be patient, because usually I am not a patient person, but since I have time and I was very patient, so I started to do a lot of manual things, and I started to learn French too. I have a year to learn French, so I don't speak so good. I'm just a beginner, but it was good, a good experience to meet other people that are interested in other languages, and try to learn. For me, I thought that French will be a easier language since I speak Spanish, but now I found out that it's very difficult to speak French. And after a year that practicing, I still just know a few words. So I am frustrating with that, but well, I am going to continue, so I hope that one day I can speak French as I am talking now English. That's all.
Great. So almost more than 1 minute 30 seconds you spoke. So next, Poorva, are you going to?
Okay, yes, I'll go.
This topic for you will be what is the number one motivator in your life right now? What is the number one motivator in your life right now?
Right now. The number one motivator in my life right now is are my dream. My dreams that I have been seeing right from my childhood. The dreams that I want to be the best version of myself, that I want to positively impact the society, that I want to talk about topics that are not talked about a lot, that I want to bring emotional healing to people around me. These were my dreams when when I had been a kid, and I thought that they are all useless. Maybe I just need to get a job, or I need to just uh, do some hard skill thing, right? I'm a software engineer, so I just need to do that. I thought maybe I won't be able to perceive my passion of helping others emotionally, helping others to grow emotionally, or healing someone emotionally. I thought that is all useless, but today I can see that there are multiple avenues and I have multiple opportunities to bring that into picture. So I'm quite happy about it, and that is the biggest motivator, that I can follow my passion. Yes, I can do it. So that makes me really happy, and I'm happy that I'm doing it even now. Yes, that's all from my side.
Great. So almost 4 participants for table topics today.
Yes. Oh, okay. I did not measure my time. Meanwhile,
It's your time was 1 minute 10 seconds.
1 minute. Okay, that means I did qualify. That's
Yeah.
okay. Great. I guess everyone here is qualified because I had timed everyone.
Yes. Everyone
We'll,
is qualified.
yes. We'll launch the poll soon. And once the evaluation is done by Ayub, first we'll have a group photo before anybody gets dropped out. So let me just ask everyone to please turn on their videos. Balvi, are you there? Okay, please pose. Any pose that you would like to give? Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. Now let me proceed directly towards the evaluation session. I hope, are you ready?
Yes, Toastmaster, shall I start it?
Just a minute, let me spotlight you. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks again, Toastmaster Poorva. And yes, I'm back again to evaluate our one and only speaker for the day, Toastmaster Balvi's speech today. As his title mentioned, social media plays a major role within ourselves. But Toastmaster Balvi, your speech gave a great message that how it will be a great impact for our life today. So big round of applause for Toastmaster Balvi for giving such an amazing message to us. So first of all, let me start with the 3 recommendations point which I noticed to our Toastmaster Balvi's speech. Number 1, the major element which I liked in your speech was the way you grab the audience attentions to asking a question like how many of you are active in social media, and how highly social media is impacting on our life. So which is very accurate questions, and I highly appreciate on being on a level 1. The way you started, that was kind of brilliant. So keep it up, Toastmaster Balvi, with this great structure. As second point which I liked was you shared your personal experience that which impacted to your life to your Facebook, which your friend blackmailed, like to post 10,000. If not, he'll be posting up videos. Because even I have faced many impacts toward the social media. So I highly appreciate that. That the way how you gave the example, which gave a clear idea that social media can impact in a negative impact as well. So the third point which I liked was that you did justice for your title and your purpose. So job well done, Toastmaster Balviv, on that. Rather than just saying the negative impact, you mentioned that it has a positive as well. So yes, indeed, social media has positive, but if we use it accurately, we will be having a positive impact rather than go for negative, because most of the people use it for unwanted things which will give a negative impact. So with that, since all the speakers have few recommendations, I do have a couple of recommendations that will lift your speech to a next level. Number 1, I would think you could have had more vocal variation on your speech. Because rather than going on a monotonous voice, you could show some your feelings or some kind of high pitches. So those kind of thing would have add more colors to your speech, but that's fine. Vocal and facial does not come within 1 second. The more you do, you will be able to come up. So keep going, Toastmaster Balviv. And so that's all I have to say. You had a very great content, and I am hoping to see more speeches from you. So that's it. Over to you, Toastmaster Poorva.
Thank you so much, Ayub, for your detailed evaluation. Yes, and to quickly tell you about the timing reports, yeah, you did qualify within the time limit. It was 3 minutes, 19 seconds. So saved with 11 seconds. Great. All right. Now I'll quickly talk about the theme for 2 to 3 minutes. And after that, I will launch the polls and end the meeting. So my final thoughts about today's meeting and the theme basically is that how I was going to talk about self-acceptance, right? And how I personally, what helped me personally is that I have always journaled my thoughts, always. That today this happened to me, what are my thoughts about it, what are my feelings? One thing is very important here when you want to move to self-acceptance is accept your feelings. Do not repress or suppress it because of the fear of authority, or because of your parents, or because you might think that I will lose this relationship. You might think that I'll get alone. How can I fight with everyone? How can I experience this that I don't have any friends? One thing is very clear, that in this world, self-hatred is widespread and self-love is very rare. So if you start doing self-love, you are doing something which others are not doing. It's rare. It's too rare. Okay. And you are going to lose friends. Suppose I am a person who really hates herself, and Monica is someone who really loves herself. And obviously, if I'm hating myself, how can I see other person loving herself, right? You can't see that. So it's very much evident that a person who is already hating you will push you aside for loving yourself, and that is how you lose friends. And being alone is one of the biggest gift that you are going to give yourself. because that is the ultimate reality, that you are alone in this world. So do not be afraid to tell a person directly what you have not liked and what you have liked. Also be generous with compliments. Okay, it's not that you are just going to tell people what you hated, but also tell what is right. And that will give a sense of fulfillment, and that it will give you a sense that, okay, yes, I'm doing that which is right. And there is no pressure within you that, okay, I just to satisfy someone's ego I have to say something. And we all are happy when we have the least pressure. So write down your thoughts and think about it, reflect on it, and keep doing the right thing. And soon, when I did that in the 4 years of this lockdown, I have been doing that with myself continuously, and my joy has increased a lot, a lot and a lot. I really did not care about how others perceive me. I just cared about what I feel myself, and I know my intent is right. So there is nothing to be feared of, and I stopped comparing myself, and all of that has given me so much joy. So guys, just start doing it, and sooner you will find yourself being more happy. So that's all are my thought about self-hatred to self-acceptance. If anybody would like to share their thoughts about this, they can just unmute themselves and go ahead about the theme, what you would like to say. If you have any different perspectives you want to share. Anyone? Or maybe a contradictory perspective. I would really like to hear that. Come on, guys. I just feel that I have been talking too much. So I just thought that let me give the chance to others as well. Yes, think of some incident, or maybe you can talk about something very inspirational that you might feel that if you talk about it right now, it might give inspiration to someone else.
Hi, this is Mobina. I just
Yes,
want to say that it is very easy to hate yourself for any decisions which you have made in the past. This decision may be regarding relationships, decisions may be regarding your career, family, or whatever it may be. But it is difficult to love yourself at the tough time when the roads are, slopey and they are not straight, they are curvy. So it is really difficult at that time to love yourself. But all I have to say is that if your cup is not filled, then you won't be able to spread that love and joy or happiness to the world, because it is important to love yourself first. That time only you can spread love to others. So I believe that we should always stay strong and move on from the learnings we had in our past regarding anything, and we should not hate ourselves. Though it is very difficult to love yourself at certain times, but if you won't love yourself enough, then it would be really difficult for you. So that is the key, that love yourself first, and then you can spread the love to others. Thank you.
very well said, Mapina. Yes, it's the most difficult thing in the world to love yourself. Yes, it's more difficult than giving your life for the country, I guess. Sometimes I really feel like that. Yes. Okay. So I guess if anyone else who want to share, we can
Yeah,
still.
let me share, but I'm not sure whether this will be fit enough. From my experience, I'm just sharing this. So another reason that I personally started to hate myself, and I think the many to hate themselves is because they are fear of failures. But to be honest, I would say failing is not a bad thing. It's another opportunity that you get. Because if you lose anything, for example, if I take there were so much of my friends who got rejected on their relationships, on their jobs, on their anything. Even same thing happened to me. But the thing is, the things which I got later was more than better than what I was searching for. Well, it's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. Failing is nothing too bad, because even if you take, I hope all of you watch the cricket matches, I guess. Even if there's a player who is in out of form, in later days he will become a great person one day. Even if there's a person, so everything is that we should have a proper mindset. It's okay, doesn't matter, just fail, but but you should not be on that failing mindset. If you are on that failing mindset, that for lifelong you'll be a failure, just move on. Once you fail, I mean, the thing is, everything happens for a purpose, isn't it? So if you lose anything, you will get a more than better than what you're searching for. So that's what I have to say. So I hope it matched with your question, I guess.
Yes, I think we are on the same line of thought. It's a failure. I keep saying this every time in my meeting. Okay, that failure is not opposite of success. It is a part of success, and it is inevitable. When you try something new, it's inevitable that you will fail. Okay, and that's the part of growing and growing and growing and growing into a better person. So all the great people on this planet who have lived, I mean, they all have failed miserably. So we should rather start accepting failure more. We should embrace it, and we should also encourage other people to accept it, I guess, because there is such a big stigma, at least in the Eastern culture, I would say, in Eastern side of the world, in Asia at least, that our parents have been very strict. We were raised in a strict household, so failing was not an option. But slowly it is changing. Everybody has started to accept it. So I think everything is now moving to the right place. People are accepting, so that's a good thing. Great. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Anybody else who would like to go ahead, they can go. Meanwhile, I will also launch the polls. Just please let me know if you can see the polls.
Yes, visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, please do vote. Yeah, meanwhile, you can also, if anybody else wants to speak, they can go ahead.
I just want to add one more thing, that the message you gave today is very important for us to realize, because self-love is what I should say, it is ignored by most of the people because they don't understand the importance, that how it is important to love yourself first. And you throw a light on the topic which is required, and I believe that we should all we all will take it as a message, key message, that we should add this to our daily routine or life. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Actually, I just want to create a big series out of it. Every day I would address one topic. Maybe I'll talk 1 hour for comparison and what sort of comparison we do. Then I would talk about abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. I just want
Wow.
to create a series out of it. And I'm going to do that while after I finish my exams and
So how
everything.
many topics you have covered so far?
I have not. I have covered other. I mean, in recently, in the past month, I have talked much about self-love and self-acceptance, self-hate, all of that. I think so. You had attended few of the sessions.
Yeah. I guess I have attended. There were some topics like that. So you were reading something, or you are on a mission to,
Yes,
talk
I'm
about
on a
these
mission.
topics?
I have
Oh,
realized that I really like to talk about it, and that is why I
that's
continuously
great.
kept on taking TMoD sessions, which were
That's
related
great.
to that stuff. I'm much into psychology and child
So
psychology,
you are
childhood
pursuing
trauma.
that, or it is just your like,
It's my hobby.
okay, as a hobby? Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I took up engineering. Although while I was doing engineering, I understood that I do love psychology a lot than I think. Yes,
That's great.
maybe sometime later, if I get a chance, I might pursue to be pursue a degree to become a child psychologist or a psychotherapist. Maybe.
That's great. That's great.
Let's see. Okay, I hope everybody has voted yes. Everyone has voted. Okay. I'll end the poll and we'll share the results. So the best role player goes to Poorva. Thank you so much. And the best TT speaker is TM Balveer. Congratulations, Balveer. Best speaker is again TM Balveer. And the best evaluator is TM Ayub. Congratulations to all the winners and all those who could not win that particular title award. Please do not get dismayed. As I always say in every meeting, that failure is not opposite of success. It's a part of success. We keep learning. So take this as a motivation and improve in your role further. Thank you. Yeah. So that's all for today's meeting. I guess this is an unique kind of meeting where we had very, very few role players. And actually, this is a time where everybody is going out on a vacation and people are into marriages. Even I went to a marriage in the past week, so I could not attend meeting. And there are a lot of things going on. So people are not joining in the meeting. So I just thought that this time I'll scrap off all the auxiliary role players. We can just have a speaker, TMoD, and table topics. I guess most people attend the meeting for table topics. That's a very important part of the meeting, as far as I know. So let me know, I mean, just your thoughts about how the meeting was. Did you like this kind of format? I can go ahead with guest Monica.
I like the meeting. Yes, there are just a few people, but I think that everybody participates, and that is what matters. And well, we talk a very interesting subject about self-esteem, and I think that if you decide to be psychological, to study psycho, you are going to be a great therapist because you have like that passion for help people and to just to contact with feelings. And I think that they're going to be a great therapist. So if you decide to study that, it will be great. And well, I like the meeting. All the subjects were very interesting. The speaker was very, very good. So I hope I can continue coming to this kind of meetings.
Thank you so much, Monica. I'm really glad that you enjoyed the meeting, and thank you so much for wishing me the best for to become a psychotherapist. Yeah, I do wish to become one. Yes. All right. Can we have the feedback from Ayub?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I felt this meeting kind of a unique way. Like on usual meetings, I see many role players, but being with you, it was kind of unique and in a creative way. And I found this is very successful. So even if we have very few members, we could use this method. And yeah, that's what I would say. Even I have been attending for this club for so many meetings. Yes, please do call me for future meetings as well. I'll do attend.
Okay. Sorry, I missed the last part. What did you say?
Yeah, I said that for last few weeks, not last few, for many, I think more than 90% I have attended for this club as a role player. And yeah, for futures, I will be attending as a role player. So at least as a guest, I will do attend. If I didn't have any kind of major occupancy, I will do attend. So that's it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ayub. You're always welcome to our meetings. And thank you so much for taking up that role the last moment. Can we have TM Balveer?
Yeah. I would like to mention Poorva, your name. I missed, sorry. Yeah, the way you started meeting on time, we were only 4 people, and that you demonstrated a leadership quality. That is, I liked really very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Balveer. I really like.
Otherwise, like mostly I've seen in our clubs also, like people wait for others to join, let 5-6 minutes pass, but you started on time, and that is like you demonstrated really leadership skill here.
Yes. Even I was like that. Okay, but in the past 1 year, I have changed a lot. When I was a new joinee, if I was there, I was the only person in the meeting. Then I would wait for everybody to join in, and only then I would start the meeting. But then I realized that it's not like that. Even if you are there, just there are two persons, still you have to start on timing, on the right time.
Everybody
It's
should take
a
it like this. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yes. Thank you so much, Balveer, for coming to the meeting. And we would like to have you here for many other roles as well.
Sure, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes. Also, yes, we have finished up with the guest feedback. And yes, Umesh, you want to say something? How are you now?
Yeah, actually, it's really good within a few peoples. We have successfully did this meeting with the scrap some things, or I can say wrap up some things. And with this, also this is a good format. When people are less, that's an example. When people are less, we can do the meeting with this format as well. So really good initiative, Purva. Really thankful, and also Ayub as well as this Monica and speaker Balbir. All are have participated well, so that meetings become a very fruitful for everyone. That's from my side.
Thank you so much, Umesh. I'm happy that you like the meeting format. This is how it should go, right? People who are committed to grow, it should not happen that they lose the chance.
Yes.
So we have to keep up the standard well, and we have to arrange meetings for those people at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I think as per the situation you have created the format is really good because the people are late and on time you have decided to do these things and really good. We can say on the spot thinking. You can say it's like a impromptu speaking. We can say.
I like to be spontaneous. That is one of my core qualities. Also, I have shared the WhatsApp link of our guest group. So we do post new initiatives and other meetings. I mean, we have table topic meetings and many other things that we keep on doing. So we post it there. So please do join the group to know more and participate more in those meetings. We have many other live sessions as well.